Hi there, this is Melanie Hunter with Holistic Health. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am here today to do a quick video on oils. It is so confusing these days as to what oils we should eat. I was on vacation with one of my girlfriends recently, and she's very health conscious and very educated, and she was asking me as well, what oils do you cook with and which ones should we stay away from? It's just a lot of confusion, to the point where my mother-in-law has been seeing cardiologists for the past 9 months or whatnot, just preventatively, and she brought home a sheet of recommendations from her doctor, and as there was a list of oils that you should use, and on that list was canola oil. And I thought, that's crazy. She should not be recommending canola oil. So I'm guessing it's an outdated list, but I think of all the people who are really confused and think that they're using canola oil and think that they're using healthy fat, and this is not the case, sadly. So what oils do I use? Basically, there's 5 oils that I use on a daily basis or throughout the week while I cook, and those would be olive oil, coconut oil, ghee, butter, and avocado oil. I think I forgot. So I have them here. We have an organic olive oil. Sadly, you have to be careful of olive oils in this country. A lot of them are mixed, and it's really sad that they're not 100% olive oil. You can find lists online. I can have a link in the show notes of some olive oils that have been tested and shown to be 100% olive oil. But this one I really like. It's 100% olive oil, organic. Bio Nature makes it. Really tasty. And I use olive oil mostly raw, uncooked, for my salads. I do cook with it a little bit, but it does have a low smoke temperature, which means that if you cook with it above 350 degrees, it's going to go rancid, and you don't want a rancid fat into your body. The fats really create our cell membranes, and it's really important to our overall health. So if you're eating oils that are bad, they're rancid, that they're going to do bad things internally as well. So I will use olive oil if I'm making kale chips or Brussels sprout chips, but I cook them low and slow. And so I think that's a good rule of thumb. If you're cooking anything high heat, then find a different oil to use. For high heat cooking, which we don't do a lot of, I try to cook things low and slow, but still avocado oil is my go-to. It's what I'd use to saute things in a pan. It's really flavorful. It's nice, mild, so it doesn't take the flavor of your food away. It's hard to find organic avocado oil, interestingly, but this one is organic, which I really like. Coconut oil we do use, and I do cook with it, but I have scaled back significantly. It is a saturated fat, and it really just depends what this does in your body. So, I can have quite a bit of saturated fat in my diet personally, without it disrupting my lipid panel, which I get done, yearly in my blood work. However, my husband and my mother-in-law have heart disease in their family, and they have high cholesterol, and so their different cardiologist actually, recommended that they stay away from coconut oil. So I use this in moderation. I don't think that this definitely should be your go-to oil for everyday cooking. Another thing I do use is ghee. This one is opened, but it's, I buy this from the farmer's market locally. It's full circle ghee, really nice. Ghee is kind of an acquired taste, so I understand not everyone likes ghee. It's essentially clarified butter, and it has a kind of a nutty flavor, I think. I cook my breakfast burritos in here, and I think it's so good. But, try it, see what you think. It does have a slightly higher smoke temperature, but you can still burn ghee and butter. And butter, of course, is another one that we use. We buy the kind of expensive butter, if you will. It's 100% pasture raised, it's organic, and it's raw, and it's quite lovely and yummy. So that's it. I mean, really, those are the oils that we have in our house. So what about the canola oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil? These really should not be in our diets. They are inflammatory in nature. They are high in omega-6s. And as a country, as a society, we have a massive imbalance of omega-3s to omega-6s. And we really want to get this back into check. So by cutting out these highly processed inflammatory oils, that will help that balance. It's confusing because sunflower seeds are healthy if you eat the whole seed. However, to get the oil out of them, it's a highly processed process. And so essentially you're ruining the health benefits and it then becomes an inflammatory oil. So you really want to stay away from these. It's kind of challenging when you're looking at snacks or healthier junk food to completely stay away from it. I was just talking to my friend the other day about this, and when it comes to potato chips, we don't eat a ton of potato chips, but we do eat potato chips. We are human beings and our diet is not perfect, but and so I can buy an organic salt and vinegar potato chip that has sunflower and or safflower oil, both of which we should avoid, or I can get a non-organic potato chip that's cooked in avocado oil. And so which one's better? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure, but I tend to cycle through both. I think that, getting too much of these oils is definitely harmful. I also don't want to get a lot of pesticides, so I tend to kind of buy one and then the next time I'll buy the other. But really it's, about moderation and balance, just like everything else. So you want to have more omega-3 fats than omega-6s, and you want to have the majority of your diet coming, the majority of your fats coming from these fats as opposed to the inflammatory ones. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I hope this added some clarity to the confusion of what we should eat. Wishing you all much love and light and good health. See you next time.